On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
We're the only one mixing and mingling and getting
No,
everybody
no,
else.
we're not. No, we're not.
Well,
No,
besides,
we're not.
Not
true.
Western
In my
culture,
own personal
Western
family.
culture.
So wait. I'm sorry,
Please.
Mr. Penn.
No,
But
please.
again, going
I
back.
want to hear him talk Chicago.
Well, apparently we've been listening to you talk all night, Court.
Really? You don't want to smoke with me because I will
I
put
want all
on
the
the
smoke.
hoodie. Well, let me ask this, and because again, my stance has been the exact same since I've been on this platform, and for me, I don't tolerate ignorance when it comes to Black people that comes with other cultures. I just can't. And so when someone tells me that Black people are racist, but we don't give them a chance to explain it, we just will surpass it and ignore it. But you put someone on a platform with majority of Black people and they call us racist, you don't think that's important to dissect? And you give her, I don't understand. And y'all got to help me. When someone tells,
if you don't like Ameerah,
when someone says on the whole platform of thousands of folks that we shouldn't have had Obama as a president, that we're too slow to have a Black president, they should have been the Secretary of State.
So I don't think she's saying she doesn't like her. She's trying to seek understanding. So
I have to understand why we are giving someone a platform that calls us racist.
Like I said,
and it's not you.
Jesus
Let
Christ.
her speak.
Well, you're not asking her. Like, ask her.
Obviously, I am, because I'm talking about her platform and the things that she said about Black people.
What does her platform have to do with what's over here?
Because you're putting on her platform, that's her views. And she's going to spew views on a platform because that's what we all do. We speak our mind. And if her mind is saying that we're racist, then it's important for her to explain it. Come on.
Go ahead. Y'all can do your thing. I'll be back.
And then I had another question too while you're explaining that, because I had a Lebanese friend tell me that
hold on, Courtney.
Our culture, we call you guys Abed, ABED, and they call Black people that in Lebanon. What does that mean?
What?
I don't want to mispronounce it. But you spell it ABED. Abed. This is what they call Black people in Lebanon.
Hey, Courtney, what's your angle again?
Abed.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that word is.
Okay.
Maybe they spell it differently. I don't know.
He said that you guys call Black people slaves.
Who's you guys? Is that, are you talking about me as a person or
Lebanese culture, your culture that we have talked about for 2 weeks now? And I was specifically told by a Lebanese man that, guess what? If you come over here, they're going to call you this, Courtney. And I said, well, what does that mean? They're going to call you a slave.
Okay, so somebody said that to you, so that makes it automatically true.
Well, that's what
I don't know.
You've never heard of that word before?
No, I haven't. I really haven't heard of that word.
No.
So I mean, maybe that's something. Some people in Lebanon who say that. That's I don't know. I'm not saying that to anybody. I've never called anybody that, so I don't know.
That is not her. It's a culture. And we're talking about a culture. We're not talking about individuals.
So if I tell you, Black people do this.
No, because you do say Black people do this on your page. You do say that Black people are racist. You generalize
that out of context. Like I said, you took that out of context, and you're trying to throw it out there as if I'm some kind of a racist, which I'm not.
I didn't call you a racist, but you legit said Black people are Black people.
Courtney, you gotta let people talk. You gotta, if you ask a question, you gotta let them answer.
Well,
I already told you I was having an argument with someone, and I was throwing that point out to confuse them too. Because obviously, I said I went to a majority Black school a long time ago when I was in New York, and I saw things that were racist that came from Black people, and I saw it from Asians too. And that doesn't mean, oh, I'm calling you guys something so bad. I said everybody does something racist. Every culture does things that are racist, and we're not going to act like you guys don't. We're not going to act like Asians don't. We're not going to act like the Middle Easterns don't. We do. Everybody does stuff. So, I mean, you're trying to take offense to that. I don't. Okay.
I heard the whole show. I watched the whole show. I'm not the one to do clips. I did a whole thing.
That was in the comment section. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're talking about the comment section. So
people that you know that are racist is Black and Asian.
We got a guess. Go ahead,
Who's
Mr.
the
Quinn.
guest? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Quinn.
Well, good evening. Hope I didn't interrupt anything.
I'm sorry. Chicago's trying to show records. Everybody, Mr. Quentin been sitting here like, what's going on?
That's okay. That's all right.
I said, who the guest? And Courtney, he's been sitting here multiple times.
That's okay. That's all right. Courtney, JR, good evening. Anton, KA,
hi.
Ms. Lauren, Willa, I see you over there. Ameera, alhamdulillah. I have a question for the panel. Now, can it be argued that Black Americans, us, we are an amalgamation of many cultures, African, Caribbean, even from the European settlers, a red, white, and blue stew, so to speak?
First of all, let me just compliment
that
voice. I can't deal with it. It is amazing. That's an amazing voice. You need to do voiceovers. You've reminded of Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like you have a very commanding voice.
He probably does.
I'm blushing a little bit, but okay. Now, can we argue that we are an amalgamation of many cultures because of how we were brought to this country?
Yeah, I made that statement, I think, twice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that the cultures aren't distinct and recognized. So that's where like the I guess confusion comes in.
Okay.
Because you're right. There are a lot of different cultures that
absolutely
contribute to Black Americans, currently.
Now, if this is the case, Kay, forgive me for cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
Now, would it be expected that we would continue to mix and mingle and evolve our own culture, adding to the culture and seeing the culture continue to grow? Because if you look at Chicago Rilla's records here, they continue to change.
I can't with this voice and the fact that you are so serious.
Well,
but yes,
it's a fantastic show. It's the greatest show on earth, from what I hear.
Mr. Clinton.
Yes, sir.
Before Anton says one word, can you narrate my autobiography, please?
Man,
put it on.
Can you just narrate? Can you be the backdrop for the show? Like narrate.
Hey, wait, can we get you to say next time on Lapeef, let's talk?
Next time on Lapeef, let's talk.
There we go. You grab that soundbite.
Look at your man. Now look at me. No, I'm not the Old Spice guy. I'm not that guy. Not that guy. But can we argue that our culture will continue to evolve and change as we mix and mingle with other cultures? Because if you notice, we'll use hip hop as an example. The face of hip hop is not what it once was. The Philadelphia Half Life. That's a good record.
Do you want more? Do you want more?
Yes, not Illadelph. I got the two records mixed up.
No, it's cool.
But right. Can we argue that it will continue to evolve and change the more we intermingle and mix with other people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It does. But here's the thing. What other culture does that, mix and change? Because the other cultures has kept their tradition, which is part of their culture, for decades, for hundreds of years. We're the only one mixing and mingling and getting everybody else.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Well,
no, we're not.
Not true.
In my own personal family.
So wait. I'm sorry, Mr. Penn. But
please.
Again, going back.
I want to hear him talk Chicago.
Well, apparently we've been listening to you talk all night, Court.
Really? You don't want to smoke with me because I will put on a hoodie. I will put on a hoodie.
Fresh off of
put on.
Hip hop is the biggest export from US. That is Black culture. Yes or no? And listen, hip hop is the one culture that brings all races together. So when you go to France and you see graffiti and you see b-boys and you see DJs and you see MCs, that's the four elements of hip hop. You can go to Japan.
That's just
you can go to Korea.
Hip hop is just not Black culture, though. That's not just what we're made of. What he just said was, can we not mix and mingle like we've done and evolve our culture into others? That's what he's saying.
Actually, Courtney, that's not what I said.
Did you not just say mix and mingle?
I said, as we continue to mix and mingle, I'm very careful with what I say. As we continue to, will it not be expected for us to add our own flavor and continue to evolve the culture?
I think that you're right. There will be, the culture will evolve because Black Americans are new, relatively speaking.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So with that being the case, cool. I understand that. And I agree with that point that you're making.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, and I think this is the thing that Courtney, has been speaking to. Mm-hmm. And the thing that I also agree with, we can't pick a culture and just say, yes, this is how this should work in Black culture, because we cannot just forget about the fact that there's a whole upbringing, there's a whole societal support system, there's an entire family structure, there's all these things that aren't included already with Black American culture. I agree with what you're saying in terms of, yes, we're going to take bits and pieces and, grow it over time. But the problem is it's not a problem to take bits and pieces. The problem is trying to act like those bits and pieces are independent of their entire cultural context from the culture from which they came.
Yeah. Meaning that you can't take a piece of a culture and say, we need to implement it, but not understanding how they came up with that particular culture.
And why it works with
and why it works for them.
Exactly.
You just can't, I want you to be like this. Okay, well, there's a reason why this particular culture works. So if you want to take that little piece part of their culture, then you got to take the rest of it.